these are 3 cursed yo-yos. And I'm going to show you how they are cursed and how you can uncurse them. Okay, let's start with this thing. This thing is about the size of a quarter. It's really, really teeny. So, there we go. So it has a little smiley face sticker on it. And this loop, this is like a really crappy yo-yo string. It's ultra thin. And with this yo-yo, after you throw the yo-yo down, it instantly just pops back up to your hand. But look at this. You absolutely cannot pull it up. Then we got the inside. It's absolutely hollow. It's like when someone takes one of those really wide yo-yos that have the hollow inside and they flipped it inside out. And it's like, it's half responsive, half unresponsive. It's 2 different yo-yos. Technically, it's responsive because you can pull it up to your hand after you go down. You don't need to do a trick called a bind to return it to your hand. And it's unresponsive because the responsiveness is so crappy the yo-yo can't even come all the way up to your hand. But it starts coming up. And it doesn't sleep at the bottom of the string. So when your yo-yo sleeps at the bottom of the string, that allows it to like spin at the bottom of the string. Then you can pull it back up. But with this, you can see that the yo-yo on the inside, the string is pinched between the 2 halves. So the yo-yo, it can't spin at the bottom. So a yo-yo's 3 parts. There's an axle and 2 halves. This doesn't even have an axle. It just has 1 half with a big stick and 1 half with a hole. So you jam them together, but the string's in between. The string's in between them. So the only other time you're gonna see this super thin string on a professional yo-yo is in the Mighty Yo-Yo Factory Mighty Flea Yo-Yo, which is $65. It's either aluminum or titanium. I totally forgot. And this, if you do a trick, you can't barely even do a trick. But that's like the only thing you can do, just randomly swinging the thing around. And the spin already died because there's no spin, right? It was pinched at the bottom of the halves. And you can tell if there's a spin or not without even throwing the yo-yo down. You just unravel it and you try and roll it up, grab 1 half and just spin. And if it ravels up, then there's no spin. And if it does not, then there is spin. Okay, so let's move on to this second yo-yo. This one was literally a party favorite. It's like 25 cents, just so you know. But this, my dad got a bunch of soaps from a white elephant party, and we drilled a hole through the soap, and then we attached a pencil through the middle, and with this yo-yo, it has a mind of its own. When you try to do rock the baby might slap you. So, and the spin time totally sucks. So unresponsive yo-yoing, it's when the yo-yo doesn't come right up to your hand. It's when you have to like sort of pull this string up like this, catch it through the yo-yo, then bring it up, then pull it up to your hand, and that actually works. But for this, you can't do that because it's like responsive, but not responsive. It's responsive, it's just not very responsive. Like it's hard to pull up. So let's try and do rock the baby. Yeah, let's do rock the baby. And we're gonna watch the baby slap me. Okay? So throw the yo-yo down, that's what's crappy. You can't even do beginner tricks. But this is rock the baby. Usually the yo-yo would be spinning. And so we got a circular pencil as the outside. And the yo-yo, it's literally made out of just 2 soap halves. We drilled a hole through one, jammed a pencil through one, part of a pencil, and we jammed them together, and then we could use the yo-yo. If you do this with clocks, and you keep the hands on, it looks so much like time machines. It's really cool when you do it with clocks. But let's move on to our last yo-yo. This is a hamburger. We got the strings, the special cheese. Got some lettuce. Got the lettuce and got a patty. Okay, so this is sort of like one of those responsive but not responsive yo-yos. One of those ones where it doesn't sleep at the end of the string. And you can't really do any tricks except for like, here, I'm going to attempt to do a trick called outside loops. I actually did it. Okay, now I'm going to attempt to do it bind. Let's go. Ow. The yo-yo just comes up. Because if you have any, like, real yo-yo, even it just has to not instantly come back up, it can do a bind. I mean, responsive yo-yos can do that, but the binds, they just sort of whack you in the hand. Unresponsive yo-yos are the best for binds because it's literally how you pull an unresponsive yo-yo up. You can't, because you can't pull it if you just go boing, boing, boing. The yo-yo doesn't come up. You gotta do a bind to pull up unresponsive yo-yos. And that's another thing that's very bad about this yo-yo. It's walk the dog, but the dog keeps running away. The string, it's literally just tied on in a knot. Like you can see the end of the string. Look how crappy that is. There's not even a loop. And the loop that comes with the string, look how huge this is. I can fit my whole hand in it. This is like a 25-cent yo-yo. And the 2 halves, you can't screw apart to untangle knots if you get them stuck in the yo-yo. And then this is a simple part of a yo-yo. This is the disc that goes on the side. But here's a hint. They work like frisbees. Dead a bit. Okay, those were 3 cursed yo-yos. If you want to see more cursed yo-yos, find them yourself. Like, if you get a square yo-yo while the yo-yo is spinning, it's very dangerous to touch. Whack. Just whacks you in the hand. Super hard. It hurts. So, And by the way, if you want to buy one of these hamburger yo-yos, they're like 25 cents on Amazon. You get like a 10-pack. It's probably the best type. And that's all for today.